He's throwing Ned House headphones on. Cade, appreciate you joining us here tonight. Disappointing, I'm sure, to fall here 4-0 to a really good Ballard ball club, but I thought you guys played a really good game here tonight. The one inning and that third inning when they scored the 3 runs, and they were just able to get a few hits in that inning, but I thought you guys played a pretty good game overall.
Yeah, we knew coming in that they were a really talented club. I think they were like 11-1 or something.
Yep.
And we knew they would put the ball in play, and we knew we were going to have to make plays. And I think one error was on my throwdown, which shouldn't have happened, but defense picked me up and we got out of that inning scoreless. So just a lot of big steps for taking here tonight. I think basically every coach we've seen has said how night and day how much we've improved, and yeah, it's fun to be able to stay in games with top teams and be able to compete at this level.
You talked about steps. What steps do you feel like you guys took tonight?
Just keeping our heads in the game. We got down early. We could have totally shut down, and usually, I think last year that would have spiraled into a 10, 12 run game, but we keep our heads in it, and we continue to swing the bats. We couldn't quite find the gaps tonight, but it'll happen, and we just got to keep making plays, and we did. Jack made a heck of a play off Devin's liner. Slade made a good play on that line drive. It's just always knowing where you're going to go with the ball before you get it is important. And the guys that are young are still playing a lot of games, so they're getting a lot of reps under their belt, and they're getting more experience even with how young they are.
Talk about those couple of special plays defensively. These are things that maybe teams in the past wouldn't have made.
Yeah, it's just the same thing of being 100% on every pitch. In past years we get down, you're probably 75, 80% on each pitch. You're not really paying attention sometimes, but just this year, every pitch we're locked in, and we know we're in every game if we play the way we can. And tonight that's a really good ball in there, and we played well. But if hits fall and we get line drives down in the gaps, it could easily have been a closer game.
It looked to me tonight, and I'll talk with Devin about this a little bit more as well, but you're helping call that game behind the plate and catch him. Breaking balls kind of were low and away. Fastballs, it looked like you guys didn't want to let them get those hands extended. A lot of up and ins and on the inside part of the plate with the fastball tonight.
Yeah, just with a good team, you always want to keep mixing it up. You don't want to let them think even like 1-1, 2-0, just keep throwing off speed. And, Devin was able to throw his off speed for a pitch. He's got that sinker and curveball, and, that curveball is wiping away down and out, so he wasn't hanging many of them. And even with the fastball, when he's missing low, and it doesn't allow them to drive any balls. And in past years, that was Devin's problem, where he'd leave it up too much, and guys could hit deep fly balls. And this year, Devin's doing a lot better job of locating and focusing on every pitch and hitting the spots.
Did you guys adjust anything on how you were pitching to some of those guys after that 3-run third inning?
Yeah, Coach has a really in-depth chart where he marks every pitch, what they hit and stuff. So we're always looking for the numbers and where guys went last time on what pitch. So Coach does a good job always bringing that information in. And in past years, I'd call a game myself, and I recognize a few kids and where they hit the ball, but I wouldn't be able to memorize up and down 1 through 9. So that's a big improvement from last year, where Coach Young can tell me where they went last time and what pitch they hit, so that we know how to approach batters, and that's a lot more advanced than they've been.
You guys started to get the bats going a little bit in the 6th and 7th inning. Just couldn't, after stringing a couple of hits together, couldn't get that third hit. But what adjustments did you make at the plate to be able to hit on the Finch kid a little better there at the end?
We noticed he was throwing a lot of first pitch strikes. He kept wanting to get ahead, which a lot of guys do, and just keep putting the ball in play. I don't think we struck out too much. It wasn't like disrespectful how much he struck us out. We were constantly putting the ball in play and putting the pressure on them, and they were a solid defensive team, and they made plays. But a few times we noticed when we put the ball in play, they're going to fumble it like any other team. No team's absolutely perfect, so as long as we keep putting the ball in play, we'll find gaps, they'll throw it around, and we'll find more success as the games go on.
Well, I tell you what, Cade, great job out here tonight. Appreciate you joining us. We'll see you back here on Friday night.
Yes, sir.
Cade Nissen again with the Carroll Tigers. We'll get him slid through here, and Devin Bach going to slide in for us here tonight. And Devin, congrats. I thought a terrific pitching performance here tonight against a team, as I was talking with Coach Young before the game, that really hits the ball around. You kept them under control most of the night. What did you feel like worked best for you?
Definitely my stuff with my curveball and my sinker, because with my fastball with decent velocity, I feel like if I can keep that coming in inside and then come with a sweeping curveball or a sinker that drops, it really can keep the at-bats quick and allow me to get through the lineup fast. And so that's just my focus of really locating where they can't square it up as well.
They kind of got to you a little bit early in the game, but you guys were able to make plays to minimize any of the damage, sometimes getting completely out of trouble without giving up anything. How did that affect you mentally? How much confidence did that give you?
Yeah, so that 3-run inning that they had, that was my fault just for some pitches. If I left a curveball hanging or just didn't hit my spot, and then that's where they could barrel it up. But then mentally then I really focused on hitting my spots and really focusing on my form so I could locate my fastball and my other pitches so that they weren't able to barrel it up. And later in the game that happened because they would hit weak grounders, and our defense with how they played tonight could make the plays.
Where do you feel like you've grown as a pitcher this year?
Definitely in like my location, like my stuff, like I've been saying a lot, kind of repetitive, but definitely in that. I've been working on that a lot and have a lot of movement, and that's what I really focus on because that helps me.
Cade said tonight, as I mentioned here a moment ago, you guys knew that he was going to throw some strikes. You came out right away to open up game bottom, the first aggressive, swung at that very first pitch, if I remember right, that you saw. That was something that looked like you guys were going to do all night. I talked about that in the pregame. Neither one of you guys walk many players, so that means the hitters can be aggressive at the plate.
So that's definitely my approach, and knowing with a good pitcher like this and pitchers that we see in the conference, they're able to put it there, and they put it there fast. So especially that first pitch, it's always a first pitch strike, and if it's there, I'm always looking to barrel it up. So that's what I did in this game.
I know you're probably disappointed in a 4-0 loss, but this is a team leading the conference right now. You guys showed that you can play right with them, so this has got to give you guys a little bit of confidence moving forward.
Definitely. They've beaten, I know recently beaten Nevada and Carlisle, which teams that just previously beat us by bigger margins than this tonight, so that really showed that we can battle. And just on the night with how the hits fall, and especially the wind played a factor in this one, but with just a few factors like that, we're right up there.
Do you feel like some of those balls that they got against you early in the game might have been a little bit more playable without that wind, that it helped get the ball a little deeper and maybe even into the gap a little bit more?
Definitely. There was one ball that was hit, I believe, into like the right center gap or so, but it's really a high ball, but it tailed a lot to the right, which made it difficult for Alex, but that definitely was a big factor tonight.
Well, I tell you what, Devin, great job out on the hill tonight. Keep up the good work. We'll see you here on Friday night.
Thank you.
You bet. Devin Bach again with the Carroll Tigers. We're going to get head coach Ryan Young sliding his way over here for post-game interviews. And, Coach, you heard the guys here tonight as you were sitting there. I think you can sense the disappointment in the fact that they lost here tonight, but you can also feel the confidence growing that this is a team that's really starting to believe in themselves a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely. That's a great team over there. Like you said, they're leading the conference. Their coach told me after the game, it's night and day, improvement. I told the guys out there, I said, guys, hey, if they're the number 8 team in the state, 4-0, we're right there. I told them, boy, that should give you a lot of confidence. You hang in with a team like that, that's, had a senior on the mound and a senior catching, you can't ask for more.
Coach, you and I kind of chatted briefly before the game tonight. You said this was a team that would hit the ball hard. They kind of mashed the ball a little bit. Both Cade talked about the fact that you have that chart that you keep. How much did that come in tonight where you were able to kind of chart these guys and really set up pitches that you wanted to be able to throw?
Yeah, I've always done that since I started coaching, calling pitches. That just gives you an idea that, hey, we can shift guys here. It is definitely a factor. After I see them once, I know what they can hit, and they might hit another pitch, but I'm going to try to stay away or come in on them. And Cade does a great job back there. I let him call the location. I suggest what pitch to call. If the pitcher doesn't want to throw it, he doesn't have to, but the guys are buying into it. And now I got a chart for them. Next time we play them, so we'll have a better plan of attack to go get them.
What did you think about the way Devin threw tonight?
Oh, Devin did a great job. I think he threw 76 pitches. Complete game, 76 pitches. That's pretty good against that team. I believe he gave up 1 hit in the last 4 innings, so he really found his groove. He was hitting his spots. His off-speed was working. He's got that sinker that they were swinging and missing at a little bit. They were popping him up. That's what you want.
Got to be happy with the way the defense played tonight. I think maybe 1 or 2 miscues the entire game, but some incredible plays. I like the double play that Slade turned on that line drive to him, and then Troutman staying alive with that ball that hit off of Devin's glove, and then was able to make the catch. Really tells you the guys are locked in and focused.
Yeah, they're very focused, and I've been it's mid-season now. It's short practice. We're not going to go for 2 hours. I told them tomorrow we're coming and get some work done, hour and a half, focus in. They're doing a good job of dialing in, and doesn't seem like whoever I put out there makes the play, and they are very dialed in. They're always in the game, and they know they're never out of it. We put up 8 runs last night in 1 inning, so thought we could get a rally going there. There's a good pitcher out there, but yeah, they're locked in defensively, and you can see a big improvement from the beginning. Started
to get the bats going a little bit in the 6th and 7th. Picked up 4, I think, of your 6 hits over those last 2 innings, but just couldn't stretch that into 3 or 4 hits in a row, or maybe even 2 hits and out, and then get a couple of hits again. But what have you seen from your team at the plate, especially coming off of last night into tonight?
They're good at making adjustments. A couple guys the first time they look pretty bad at the plate, and then they come up and they see that pitch. We're really working on if it's outside, take it there. They're working hard in the cage over there. Coach Renning does a good job too. He's a good hitter, so he helps them out. They're just doing a good job of making adjustments. They're learning, and that's what you want. You ask them every day, I always say, give me a good attitude, a good effort. That'll take us a long way. And right now, that's what I see, even at the plate. hey, if your first at bat's bad, keep going, get it at the next time.
You guys get to come back home here Friday night. You're going to be taking on Winterset. I'll have the broadcast of that game again for you coming up Friday night. Looking at the conference standings right now, they were looking for their first win coming into tonight as well. Have you had a chance to do any homework on that Winterset team yet?
Not quite yet. I'll probably start tonight. Let the guys know a little bit tomorrow. I kind of go game by game. Try not to get too far ahead of myself. The boys say, hey, we can get both of them. So I mean, they're confident. Good thing is I got Ty available. I got Nick available. I got Slade available. So, I mean, Devin, tonight, that was huge.
Yep.
One pitcher is all I got to use. So, the only guy that won't be available is Alex, who's been pitching good. He threw 22 and then 48, so I combined those two. So, but, I mean, we should be looking good there. I got 4 or 5 guys that are ready to go. And it's a winnable game. I know they got a couple good guys that are, we'll have to just hone in on them. After that first game, we'll look at the stats and we'll take it to them.
Well, I tell you what, Coach, appreciate you joining us here tonight. Congrats on another great effort. Good to see you, and we'll look forward to seeing you again Friday night.
Sounds good. Thank
you bet. Ryan Young, again, the head coach for the Carroll Tigers. They fall here tonight by a final of 4-0 to the Ballard Bombers.